Hello everyone, welcome back to Gillette Camp Week. I am Molly Burkle, Child Life Specialist here at Gillette.
And I'm Marissa, also Child Life Specialist here at Gillette.
So this week for camp, we are going to be doing arts and crafts. And today, we are going to be doing the crystal stars. Should be crystal hearts.
Hearts and crafts. Ooh, I get that.
We do have a heart here to make.
It's okay, we'll change the title.
Okay, so what do we do to get started?
Well, first, we'll just list off a couple of materials we're going to use today. So we are going to use some borax, hot water, a few different pipe cleaners. We have some fun green ones today, and a few different cookie cutters. For this, we have stars, flowers, hearts, but you can use whatever kind you want. Then we're also going to use some thin ribbon or string. We have a couple different colors here. A wide mouth jar and some food coloring. Oh, and some popsicle sticks too.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are things that we're going to use today to make our crystal hearts or stars.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Well, first, what do you think? Should we pick out what one of these bad boys we should use?
I think since it's arts and crafts,
Okay.
I'm going to have to do the heart.
You do the heart?
Of course.
I'm going to stick with the star then.
Okay, so by the end of this, we will have crystals that form around our shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty exciting.
I know, I like this one too, how it's not like right away, you kind of have to wait for it, so it's like a surprise how it's going to turn out at the end.
Marissa has made this before. This is my first time, so I'm very excited to see how this turns out.
Exactly. See, we're going to learn together. We're going to do it together.
Let's do it.
Okay, well first, let's start by grabbing one of our pipe cleaners.
Okay.
And we are going to bend our pipe cleaner just around the cookie cutter to kind of give it its shape.
And does it have to cover the whole cookie cutter?
You know, it can, but it doesn't have to.
Okay.
I was going to say, you can really use whatever kind of shape you want, honestly.
Okay.
Don't really have to use a cookie cutter if you don't want to.
Okay.
But I like to make it look the same way because I
make it look the real deal.
Yeah, the real deal. There you go.
Okay.
See, I need you finishing my sentences.
It's like, what's that movie?
Oh, finish each other's sandwiches.
Man, we should have Frozen.
Oh gosh. Okay, so
I'm gonna have to definitely use way more pipe cleaners.
Okay, that's all right. And if you do have to use more than one pipe cleaner, you can just kind of twist them and tie them together at the end to make a bigger one.
Perfect.
For mine, while Molly's still finishing hers, I'm gonna adjust mine a little bit.
Oh, I am doing it completely wrong.
Hey, that could be one cool way to do it too.
And then just put the whole thing in.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
That's cool.
we'll try it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I am going
I'm already messing up, people.
No, you're not messing up. There's just a billion ways you can do it. So I am then going to twist the pipe cleaner together to make my star. And I'm just going to cut off the extra.
I'm really gonna have to hustle.
No, I like that idea. That's cool.
Let's see if it works. I don't know
take your
how
time.
the material of the cookie cutter will go with the borax.
Oh, well, we don't put the cookie cutter in there usually, but I don't know. I've never tried it, so I think we should try.
Okay, this is gonna be an experiment.
Oh, yeah. Hey, well, that's the best part about this.
I'll spread it out a little bit more.
You can make it your own. See, this is why I need the cookie cutter. Mine's looking a little odd.
I like it.
Okay, perfect. Well, Molly twists hers, and I try to adjust mine a little bit. I'm gonna look forward to the next step. So like I said before, if you have any extra pipe cleaner on the end, you're just gonna trim it. So then you just have your shape in pipe cleaner. And for this one, you can usually make, like for this size container that we have over here, about like 2 different stars to put in there. But when we are doing this, we don't want the stars to touch each other when they're inside the jar. So for this one, I think I'm just gonna make my 1 star.
Okay.
And you make your 1 heart?
Yep.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
I'm almost done.
Oh, no, take your time. So next, I'm gonna grab a little bit of our string, or if you're using ribbon at home. There we go. And I am going to tie it at the top of my star. Because then we're gonna be using this to lower it into the jar.
And we have to make sure the string is long enough to reach the water.
Yeah. This is very true. Just tying the top. Oops, sorry, stealing your scissors. Then, like Molly said, I'm just gonna make it super long at first, so we make sure that it is long enough for our jar.
Okay.
So Molly and I have already put the amount of water that we need into our jars. I don't know, mine's kind of a big one. Yours is big too.
It recommends what, 2 cups?
Yep.
But as long as it's like half full.
Oh yeah,
it's fine.
Very true. And remember, it's gonna want to be hot water. So you're gonna want to do this with an adult at home, just so we're being safe and careful. And we're using the hot water, so then when we put in our borax, it dissolves well. Okay, so we have tied this. We're just gonna set it aside for right now, actually.
Okay.
And then we're gonna come back to that, because right now we're gonna work on the borax. So we've poured our 2 cups of hot water into our measuring cup and then put it into our jars. So next we are gonna add our borax, and stir it until it is combined. So Molly and I are using popsicle sticks today. You can use a spoon or whatever else you'd like to.
Okay, how much do we have to put in?
How much borax?
Half a cup?
Half a cup. There we go. So we're gonna need our handy dandy measuring cup. What do you think? You wanna do this part?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Make sure it doesn't spill. It's always fun to get a little bit messy.
Yes, exactly. See, that's what I'm excited for our last month too, called Messin' Around Week. Because we have so many messy activities.
Can you give us clues on what they are, or is it all a surprise?
Let's see. One of them rhymes with lime, and it's really sticky and fun.
I wonder what that could be.
Slime.
No. That sounds super fun.
I'm so excited. Look
Make
at
sure
that.
this all dissolves in
Good
there.
job. And it'll usually take a little bit to dissolve in there. And we put in our instructions too that if it's having a little bit of a hard time fully dissolving, you can just microwave it for an additional 30 seconds at a time, stirring in between just so it gets nice and dissolved.
Okay.
So I'm gonna reach over ya.
That looks pretty good.
I'll get mine going too. Oh, see, there I go. I'm already spilling everything. See, but I think it kind of looks like snow.
It does.
Or sugar. You guys will have to tell us if you're having any yummy, summery snacks at home. See, I love the sugary the better for me. I'm a big fan.
I love watermelon.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're right.
So good.
Okay, now this may be gross, but when you were younger or now, did you ever used to play the game with watermelon where you'd see who could spit the seeds the farthest?
No, I always get the seedless.
Oh, yeah. Just saying,
I
I
might
was a
have to
world
try it.
record holder.
I love it. We might, throughout this week, we have a special activity where we might have to have a competition.
Ooh.
We're making bouncy balls later this week.
Ooh, I like that. See who can bounce the highest?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, so we are all dissolved, looking good. So the next part, my favorite part, we get to pick what color we want to make our stars.
Oh.
So I brought a few different food colors for us. What do you
I think I'm gonna do the red.
Ooh. See, I'm impressed with these two because I think they're scented.
I saw there's a strawberry on this.
Oh, does it smell like strawberry?
I can't smell it yet.
Hey, that's okay. But it's such a little bottle, it's hard
I
to.
know. I also don't want to turn my nose red.
Not Rudolph today.
Not Rudolph today.
Okay, I'm gonna go with green. I'm just gonna. Oh, that's gonna be pretty.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay. I like that. That's like
I know, me too.
turquoise.
Okay, so our next step, we are going to slowly lower our shapes.
Do we have to put it on the...
So there are a couple ways you can do it actually.
Okay.
So you can tie it onto your popsicle stick, or you can just tape it to the side, whatever you would like. So, and just a couple things to remember when you're doing this part is that you don't want your star to touch the sides or the bottom, or if you're doing multiple stars, want it to touch each other. You just want it to be hanging in there, just in your borax mixture.
So if you do the method like me, where you're using the cookie cutter, you might want a bigger jar because I think everything is touching all sides.
Hey, and that's okay. That just means that you might have a little extra crystals forming,
Okay.
which could also be super cool.
Okay, perfect.
And then, like I said before too, I like this one, how you kind of have to wait for it, and then it's gonna be a surprise at the end. Cause you're gonna let this sit in your borax mixture for about like 6 to 24 hours.
Okay.
When I did
Quite
it,
a range.
I know, right? But that just means you get to pick of how much crystal you like on
So
it.
the longer you let it sit,
The more crystals.
Okay.
So I, like Molly said, I've done this one once before, and it turned out like this.
That is so cool. You could even wear it as like a necklace or something.
Ooh, I like that idea. Or like an ornament, or
Yeah.
ooh, I like the necklace
ornament
though.
would be good.
Yeah.
Put on the tree.
Yeah, so this one got a whole lot of crystals on there, and I waited for about a day for this one
Okay.
to sit on there because I was really close to just pulling that right away
And
because
you
I was
used
so
yellow
excited.
food coloring.
I did.
Okay,
yes.
that turns out pretty good with the food
Yeah.
coloring too.
So yeah, it depends. Sometimes if you use a little bit more food coloring, it'll be more colored.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very nice. I'm excited to see how ours turns out.
Yes, me too. Especially yours for Hearts and Crafts Week. It
Of
makes sense. I
course.
should have thought of that.
Well, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see how yours turns out too, and thanks so
Yeah.
much for joining, and catch us later this week for more Hearts and Crafts. Today we will make Borax Bouncy Ball, and we're gonna have a little friendly competition at the end to see who bounces their ball higher.
Yes.
All right.
Well, first,
what should we all get started with?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna get a few things to make this one. We're gonna grab some glue, some popsicle sticks or spoons, food coloring, borax, and some cornstarch.
Okay.
So what do you say? Should we get started?
Yes, I'm gonna follow your lead.
Okay, let's do it. So first we're gonna grab a couple cups as well. I'm just using plastic ones for less cleanup at the end.
I like it.
But first we're gonna start with 1 clean cup and add 2 tablespoons of water. So we can start that off.
Okay.
Of course.
Thank you.
And 2.
So when you made yours for see how it all turned out,
Yeah.
how high did yours bounce?
Ooh. I wish I could measure it, but I'm not sure. It got pretty high, but we'll have to
Okay.
see today. I think we're gonna make some extra bouncy ones today.
Okay. Is there like a key ingredient of putting more of something in to make it more bouncy?
That's a good question.
Should we test it out?
I think we should.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe use a little bit of each.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, so we added our water. What do we have next?
Half teaspoon of borax.
Okay, perfect. So Molly, do you have anything fun going on in the summer?
I am actually getting married, which is mainly taking up my whole summer. Other than that, not really. Just enjoying the weather.
Yeah.
It's fun because this summer we can do more fun things.
Yes.
More things are open.
All this warm weather we've been having.
Oh, yes.
10 out of 10, big fan. Okay, so let's mix it with, you can mix it around like that a little bit with one of your spoons or with one of these popsicle sticks too. I think I'm gonna go with the green one.
Oh, it's kind of turning it blue. It's
Oh
turning
yeah, a
blue.
little bit from our popsicle sticks.
Oh, that's fun.
That is cool.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna keep mixing until it's all dissolved in there. It might take a little bit.
Does it matter what temperature your water is at?
It does not.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Well, that's super exciting. That is an action-packed summer.
I know. What about you?
Not much. I'm hoping to get out to the lake here as much as I can. I love going to the lake, just being on the water. And
Does your dog like being on the lake?
I was just gonna say, I have a little dog. His name is Kai, and he loves the water, especially when it's super hot. But he's not like a run off the dock and jump in kind of dog because he's a whopping 15 pounds.
Oh,
but he does like to swim and
Does he have
just
a little
lay
life
in it.
jacket?
He does.
Oh,
I haven't used it
cute.
yet. I got it right at the end of the summer last year.
I was gonna say I might need to take my cats on the lake. You think they would like that?
I think they would love that.
In their cat backpack?
Yes. See, if you
Might have to
guys
try
have
it.
seen, Molly has one of the backpacks that, how do you explain it? It's
It
so
looks
cool.
like an astronaut. So it's a backpack that has like a bubble that's see-through. And so when they put their little head through the bubble, it looks like they're a cat astronaut, which is really cute.
It's super cute. One of our coworkers too, if you watch in June, also has a cat
She has a cat stroller.
cat stroller for her
Yes.
kitties too. So we're normalizing cats out in public.
Yes, we're trying our best. I don't know if they would like the lake so much though.
Yeah. See, I'm allergic to cats, but I still love cats. I'm a big fan.
They're cute.
Okay, so I think
mine is pretty much
dissolved too. It's not bad. Sometimes, like you can see, it takes a little bit to get all dissolved in there. So maybe if we did use a little bit warmer water next time,
it might work a little bit better.
Okay. But hey, that's the beauty of trying out some of this activity, is just kind of seeing what works best.
Okay. I know mine's kind of forming crystals, like our crystal stars.
Oh, I like that. Well, perfect.
So hopefully it all works.
We'll keep it moving a little bit. Okay, so next we are, in a second clean cup, going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch with a tablespoon of glue. So I will start that off. Open up our cornstarch. Okay, 1 tablespoon. See, I use this in cooking, so it's really fun to be able to use it for our crafts here too. Something that's nice and a lot of people will just have at home for this.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, now glue.
Glue, 1 tablespoon glue. This feels really weird to be putting in. Once again, cook with these tablespoons too, so I'm gonna have to wash them real good before I use them next.
Yes, absolutely. Don't want glue in your food.
No.
Okay. I think that'll be
Pretty good. You know what? I'm just gonna use my finger to put it in here, or maybe one of these spoons, or get that teamwork going.
Let's see. There we go. That works pretty good.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. 1 more.
I use all my muscles.
Yes. Ooh, I wonder if the bouncy ball would look different if we use a different kind of glue. Like, have you ever seen the sparkle glue?
Or the glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark glue?
Oh, that would be fun.
So there's some ideas for you guys. If you end up trying it like that, you'll for sure have to send us a picture and show us how yours turned out. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Of course.
Okay. What do we got next?
We have add a few drops of food coloring,
Ooh.
but it kind of looks like we have
We do a little bit. You know what?
coloring from our popsicle sticks.
Yeah, mine looks maybe a little green, so maybe I'll just add a couple of green too, because why not?
Some more turquoise.
I think it's super colorful.
Okay.
Okay.
We forgot to experiment with the ingredients, adding more borax. You guys
We were
have to
so
try that
determined
at
and
home.
excited for ours.
I know. You have to try it at home and see what works best.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't put. Oh, I was supposed to put the food coloring in.
Oh, that's okay. It's all gonna
this
go
is why
together
I'm
at the end.
following You know what you're doing.
Hey, they're all gonna go together at the end, so I don't
Okay.
think it matters where we put our food coloring.
Perfect.
Okay, make sure to mix up all those ingredients. Ooh, I like mine. It's already turning pretty green.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, it's weird, but this is making me think of more summer like snacks and stuff.
What kind of snack are you thinking?
Okay, well, I don't know why this is making me think of it, but it's making me think of watermelon again because the green, but also like push pops and freezies.
Oh, yeah. Do you ever
Love.
make homemade like smoothie popsicle?
Ooh, I haven't. That sounds fun.
I've seen videos of that and I really want to try it.
Sounds good. Okay, so we got this all mixed together.
Is yours like what consistency?
So mine is just kind of, how would you describe that?
It's a little slimy.
Yeah,
Mine
a little
looks
slimy.
a little different.
I think
don't
you
know
just
why.
gotta keep mixing it up
Okay.
a little bit. Or maybe add a little bit more glue if it's not quite the slimy consistency. Oh, there you go. It's coming together.
Okay.
Then-
All right. I'll work with it.
That is a super pretty blue. I like that. Kind of is like the blue on our Camp Gillette shirts.
Oh yeah.
So everyone who got to sign up for camp this year, we're gonna
got a
send you guys
t-shirt.
out a t-shirt that looks just like these ones.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
think I'm good.
So next we are going to pour the borax mixture. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more of a shake. And we're gonna pour it in with our glue mixture.
I'm really nervous.
So then we are gonna mix it until it turns into kind of like a blob mixture. So it's gonna feel a little bit weird at first, but that just means it's working. So the blob is gonna, I like the word blob.
Blob.
It's gonna form around your popsicle stick a little bit.
It looks like bubble gum. Does it not look like bubble gum?
It does. Really, really gross bubble gum. That'll probably turn your mouth
Is this how yours is looking too?
It is.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep mixing it until it's getting a little bit harder to mix here. Trying to scoop everything off the sides a little bit too.
Okay, I think mine is not mixable anymore.
Well, perfect. So then we're gonna let it sit for a minute.
Okay.
And then after that, we are gonna take it out of the cup and start rolling it in our hands a little bit until we make our mixture. And you know what? To speed it up a little bit, I might put my blob into the other cup just because there's still quite a bit of the borax water mixture in the other one.
Okay.
Oh, that was gross. It does look like a big piece of chewed gum. You're ruining this for me.
I'm sorry about that.
There we go. Oh, gross.
Okay. So let's sit for 15 seconds.
Oh my goodness. This is why.
Oh, let's sit for 1 minute after it forms a blob. Okay.
I'm already covered in the mixture, so I'm excited.
I'm getting messy.
So yeah, and it's just food coloring, so just have to wash our hands afterwards and then we'll be all good.
Perfect.
Just with a little bit of green on
And there's
us.
some tips for once the bouncy ball is formed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. So after we're done forming our bouncy ball, we just want to try to be careful and not bounce it on like fabric or carpet, just in case it sticks a little bit. So we'll just be careful here and do it on the ground or on our table and have fun seeing who can bounce it the highest.
Okay, if it bounces at all.
Yeah, we will see. Okay, so I'm gonna take mine out and start rolling it around in my hands for a while.
Like slime.
Yeah, a little bit. This would be a fun slime to do.
Yeah, bouncy slime.
Yeah, and we're just gonna keep on rolling it in our hands for a while until it stops feeling a little watery and starts forming a little bit more, so then we can start bouncing it. I can already feel mine starting.
Okay, I'm excited.
I am too. Well, I hope it does bounce high. Might not bounce as much as like a normal one, but you know, who knows? We'll see.
It'll still be cool.
Maybe we just have to throw it really hard so it bounces high.
Okay.
Oh,
It
mine's
is formed.
starting.
Should I see?
Oh, that was good. Maybe I don't have to keep
Something.
going as long. It's something.
It goes in the air.
There you go.
I'll say about
Okay,
it.
should I see if mine's ready? Oh. I think I need to roll it more.
It just plumps
Guys,
back down.
I think Molly might be winning the competition.
We'll see.
Yours is
Keep on
good.
rolling.
I feel like mine's bigger than yours, but yours is bouncing higher. Wonder if that has something to do with it.
Oh yeah, yours is a little bit bigger.
A little chunkier.
Okay, well that's fun.
I wish we had a very, very small basketball hoop.
Oh yeah, that would be fun to do too. That's a good idea.
Hey, who knows? Maybe you could try to bounce it into one of your cups that you use. Use that.
I want on.
Oh, first try.
First try.
Okay, wow.
It's getting all slimy.
Okay,
I think I win the competition.
I'm going to give it one more shot. We'll see.
Hey, that's a little bit better.
A little bit better.
Okay. This is fun.
Well, good job, Molly. You earned that win. I'm very proud of you.
Oh,
But yeah, I like this one too. It's still a little squishy, kind of
you
like
can still, like,
slime.
use it as slime, kind of
Yeah.
flavor with
It's pretty cool.
it. Very cool. Well, we're excited to see how yours turns out and
Yes.
how high you can get it to bounce. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you later this week.
Bye, guys.